Good evening and welcome to my channel, Divine Healing Tarot. We're going to go ahead and get a reading today for abandonment and childhood trauma. So if you have not experienced any abandonment issues or childhood trauma in your life, then this reading is not for you. If you have, then welcome to my channel, Divine Healing Tarot. We're going to go ahead and try to get some clarity today and some healing and a message. Please, God, bless these cards. Remove all energy from the last reading. And please just allow me to be a seer of truth, love, light, and knowledge. And please, dear Heavenly Father, guide me in a message that the collective needs to hear today for guidance, wisdom, and healing. And if you guys have noticed, the lights, they're flickering, and this is why I just had to get on here and do this message. I was meditating this morning and the lights just started flickering. So yeah, I really feel that this came through pretty strong about the abandonment and the childhood trauma. So we're going to go ahead and do the first reading for the mother and the father of the issue. And yeah, so please, dear Heavenly Father, place a cloak of protection over us at this time and cover us in the blood of Jesus, Lord. And please give me a message for the collective in which they need to hear, so then they could help them heal their abandonment issues and their past childhood trauma. So then it won't be trickled down and given to their children and their children. Please allow the cycle to stop with whoever is guided to this message today. And I humbly say these things in your blessed name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay. Please, dear Father, God bless and cleanse these cards. Remove all energy from the last reading. Please, dear Heavenly Father, cleanse and bless these cards. Thank you. All right. Let's get started. What do we have for the parents that have abandoned their children? What do we have for the parents and how, explain to us, Spirit, how they were raised? How did this all start? Where did it stem from so we could get down to the root of the problem? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So this could have stemmed and started from the mother, okay? And I'm going to just flip it that way and flip it this way and flip it that way. And then this is the father. Yes, and then this is going to be the influence, which, yeah, makes sense. Okay, this is definitely a broken home. Yeah, this is definitely a broken home. Okay. Okay, and this one too. And then this one, and this one. And then we're gonna go upright. Turn. Okay. All right, and then this is going to be in the middle. And this is what it caused. Okay. All right, please give me some clarifiers on the mother and the father's relationship. The mother and the father's relationship. Okay. there was an uneven give and take. There was money problems, debt problems, greed, selfishness and stinginess, materialism, okay, between the mother and father. There was also lots of conflict, fighting, arguing, disagreements and struggle. I really feel that there was a lot of aggression and clashing of personalities and egos in this relationship. The mother suffered very badly from insecurity and lack of confidence, and that's probably due to being raised from a father that either had very high standards for the daughter and usually said that pretty much nothing was ever good enough in his eyes, and that and the mother always lacked that that growth, that stable foundation from the father and having that stability. Okay. Also, there was a lot of disharmony between the mother of the mother and there was where there was supposed to be foundation taught and happy families, and you know, the reason why the mother probably abandoned you is because of unhappy families themselves. It all trickles down, like I was saying before. Your mother probably came from a broken home herself, and there was probably also some molestation, addictions. There could have been rape. There could have been a lack of security from your mother's mother, when, you know, it would be your grandmother. When your grandmother was supposed to be there to protect this child, she wasn't. Okay, there was major trust issues and imbalance, lack of accountability too. So basically, your grandmother basically put things, lack of accountability, lovers in reverse. Your grandmother basically put things in the closet or shoved things under a rug, okay, and hid the deceit, the lies, the underhandedness, the dishonest, the dangerous and risky behaviors. There was enemies masquerading as sheep's and wolf's clothing that were hurting your mother, and there was no foundation, there was no protection. So your mother had to be resilient and battle all of this on her own. So in other words, your mother had to learn how to fight and had to protect herself at a very, very young age. Yeah, it says fight your corner, last stand. This is very sad. It was an ongoing battle her whole life. There was also molestation, seduction, lies, disorganization. There was, I'm really feeling stepdad issues. There was lots of pain, backstabbing, betrayal. I'm also feeling a stepfather bad-mouthing your mother and gossiping, that caused a collapse and a breakdown of a mental and emotional and spiritual breakdown, to the point where it left your mother exhausted and unable to cope. Basically hitting rock bottom over and over and over again, which probably that's what led to addictions, depression, and mental health issues, which also could have led to dependency, powerlessness and hopelessness, abuse, because there was lots of violence and assault. Basically, your mom kept hitting every time she would go 2 steps forward by the people she trusted and loved the most. She would get knocked back 5 steps. And it was just basically, your mother felt like giving up, but she never did. But she could never escape the fact of feeling trapped and backed into a corner, or hands tied or victimized. And this still, probably to this day, gives her a lot of anxiety and feeling pressure of hopelessness and helplessness. And now she feels powerless and silenced. This is basically crisis and imprisonment and punishment that she's been dealing with since a very, very young age. Page of Pentacles. And she had to hear horrible things at a very early age. She's seen a lot of things at a very young age that, you know, a lot of people aren't supposed to hear or see. Also, it says someone who does not appreciate you. This is how you think your parents don't appreciate you or love you. You're wrong. They just, honestly, they just don't know how to show it, because they were never showed. And when it came to a father, there was never a stable foundation. There was never that feeling of protection. So basically, your mother does not know how to make you feel protected, because she was never taught that herself. She had to learn how to protect herself. And I mean, I'm not trying to stick up for the mother here, but you know, I could see that your mother was single, okay? And that she had to do this all on her own, you know? She's the wounded warrior. And she's very battle weary and fatigued, drained of energy. But I could honestly say I think that there's an enlightenment and that's taking place. I really feel that, you know, there's and not just an enlightenment, but a realization of truth. What is the outcome for the mother and the child? What is the outcome, Spirit? It's a very slow process, but I do believe that there will be a new passionate beginning. You know, Ace of Wands. What is the outcome for the mother? And Ace of Swords. Truth is being spoken, or will be spoken. There is 2 paths at this time. There's 2 paths at this time that one is the true path, one is the divine path to ultimate happiness, love, and fulfillment. And I believe that's with you. And I really believe that, you know, your mother is trying to break these chains of bondage that the devil has had on her for a very long time. But she's got a decision. Grass is always greener on the other side. Emerging and suddenly leaving. Deciding to stay or go. And this is what has been the problem. Has always been, you know, maybe your parent or maybe your mother was always thinking that, you know, maybe if I went out there and I tried to find a better life for my child, and I tried to get a house, or I tried to get a better job, and, you know, grass would always be greener on the other side, but it really wasn't. Everything was always dead. Everything was always like dying, or there was a sense of just not being whole, and just wanting to escape after escape after escape, because that's the only thing that seemed to make things better, was new situations, new foundations, or always trying to search for something better. But I think your mother's now realizing that the only thing she needed to do was just stay put. And she's realizing her truth at this time. Yeah, there is a detachment and a withdrawal that she is feeling very deeply. And there is a death. There is a realization, a death to old ways, a death to a new spiritual beginning. Now I know for a fact that your mother is realizing, you know, where she went wrong, and how she should have realized all of this a long time ago. Even though she was single, because there was no father. The father was selfishness, ruthlessness, materialistic, and someone who was overly cautious about their own materialistic gains and wealth. Very selfish. So she had to cut the father out of the picture. And when she did that, the father went in a downward spiral and basically created his own hell on earth. Losing, disadvantage, disgrace, and being haunted. Okay, being haunted by his own choices and decisions to not take care and provide for this family. Or maybe the father was a provider, maybe he was a workaholic, but, you know, there was always a lack of money because there was always an addiction. Or there was always something. The father always had some kind of excuse for lack of money or poor financial control. And then it says lack of opportunities or loss of opportunities. So the karma for this father was always, you know, couldn't keep a steady job, couldn't provide, couldn't even function. And then, you know, the father could have always tried to find new ways of creating a false family. And then, of course, that wouldn't work out, because it's a false family. He's trying to rebuild and recreate the family that he left, trying to recreate that into the now. And that does not work, because judgment has been called. So now the father is being told to go back and look at his mistakes, his snap judgments, and stop appointing blame. I'm hearing false blame on the mother. That the mother probably said, oh no, you can't see the kids or whatever, when the mother never said that. I'm really hearing the mother has the truth card here, clarity. The mother never said that the father can't see him. The father is just really making up a lot of blame, appointing blame on other people. It doesn't even have to be the mother. It could be the father's just he wanted to seize the moment. He thought that the grass was always greener on the other side. And he always had this rash, impulsive behavior. You know, just like we had that card again. Oh no, this was the card. Okay, yeah. There was lack of structure, stability, okay? Abuse of power. Stubbornness and lack of discipline, lack of control. And it says absentee father, parental issues, absentee father. I don't know if you could see that or not. No, probably can't see that. Yeah, there was an indecision and a frustration and delays. He never could seem to get one foot in front of the other. And also very negative. And whenever you vibrate in a very negative energy and you manifest things in your subconscious mind towards other people, you know, it just makes the whole situation come crashing down. Okay. I'm really hearing the father also would only communicate to the children or to his ex-wife or wife or whatever the case may be around only holidays. And then that even started losing momentum. There was a lack of compassion and control. Lots of self-doubt and lack of focus. There's also an extreme low self-esteem and feeling inadequate. There was an imbalance, and there was just a major imbalance in the way that the dad was raised as well. There could have also been lots of abuse in the family. There could have also been lots of drug abuse on the father's family as he was growing up. So there was that lack of, you know, compassion towards the children. I'm really hearing that there was lack of security when it came towards the children. When there's drug abuse or alcohol abuse, there's a tendency to also isolate yourself and lock yourself away. So that could have resulted in ignoring of the children, not showing the children the love and compassion and the structure, the habit, basically everything you need to build a healthy child and raise them from, you know, children to adults. They lacked all of that knowledge and wisdom that they were supposed to gain from the father and from the mother. So they mirror imaged that onto you. Yeah, they were also, the father was always preoccupied with money or trying to get money, or someone who would do anything for money. There was a lot of unexpected changes and financial disasters and huge losses in the father's life. This could have also made him feel self-limiting or unconcerned, a lack of direction, and needing a realization of letting go, sacrificing, and waiting, lack of direction. Yeah, I said that. Feeling trapped, basically. Lots of ups and downs, and juggling life and losses. Father was always trying to find partnership and a new family in another relationship and another woman with another kids, but you know, all that led to was more walking away and abandonment issues. Despair, hopelessness, and focusing on the negative. Like I said before, the father really always focused on the negative because he can never seem to get that firm family foundation. Okay. And the father would get very bored very quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some tarot to see how we could heal this situation. Whew, this is deep. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a deep one. Please, Heavenly Father, give us some divine guidance on how we can heal this situation. Okay. For healing. Family healing. Okay. Finally making a decision. Okay. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Finally making a decision to step forward and allow there to be balance, and asking for help. Asking the universe, asking God for help. For the mother. What does the mother need to do to heal this situation, God? He's giving a message. What does the mother need to do to heal this situation? Okay. The mother needs to have victory over the devil. The mother needs to stop having resentment or feeling trapped and bonded to the decisions and the past decisions that she has made in the past. Basically, the mother needs to take a leap of faith and forgive herself. And this is going to take a lot of work. Or maybe the mother also has some addiction problems, I'm hearing. Alcohol, drugs, it could be gambling. There was lots of abuse. So maybe there's some sexual abuse. The mother is being asked to go within, Hermit card, and really do some self-evaluation and stop looking in the past at these 3 cups, and remember that there's still 2 cups right behind her. Maybe there's a person in the past that was abandoned that just cannot forgive either. Maybe there's a child that was abandoned by this mother that just cannot forgive. Okay. The mother needs to ask for forgiveness, and if it's not given, then she needs to forgive herself and move on. She cannot keep having herself be stuck in this this energy, because if the child is not willing to forgive, then the mother must ask for forgiveness and then move on. Because if she keeps being stuck in this energy, she's only manifesting lack of and repeating the past over and over and over again. But I really see now that the mother is finding her purpose, finding her path, having an awakening, a realization. Yeah, because God is here and God is guiding her. God is guiding her on her path. And God is going to be blessing the mother. There is a transformation happening at this time with the mother. Clarification. She's learning a lot about herself, Page of Swords, and learning about a lot about all of the things that caused all this anxiety and this chaos and this post-traumatic stress disorder and this abandonment. She's learning about all of this at this time. She's being enlightened, and she's got because she's got the judgment upon her. And so she's being guided in the right direction, and she's being reborn again. She's like a born again to the reality of, you know, what love is supposed to be. And now she knows what it definitely is not. And I do believe that there's going to be communication between the mother and the father. If the father is not healed, which I'm seeing he's not, because the Star card is in reverse, there is going to be conflict and fighting. What is the outcome for the father? the outcome for the father is a lack of compassion, a lack of spiritual enlightenment. The mother the mother here, Queen of Cups, is trying to enlighten the father, King of Wands, on how to go about doing this. But I'm really feeling that the more the mother says to the father, the more he just wants to shun her or keep her like, you know, in disbelief of his healing. And so I really feel that, but the father is watching the mother from afar and learning through her, but without letting her know that he's learning through her, because he does not want her to know that he's learning from her mistakes, or in how she's handling it, how she's growing. The father does see the mother growing, and there could be also with the Page of Swords here, there could be a platform. Yeah, the father is being asked to also choose at this time. He's being tested and asked to choose from the universe at this time. I forgot the camera's this way. To make a decision. Is it going to be, you know, is it going to be the past or the present? Because it's like, here's the present, here's the past. What energy are you going to be stuck in? Are you going to ascend? Are you going to learn your lessons? Are you going to turn around and realize that you still have, you know, these children here and this bridge that you could cross, you know, to get to that home? Are you going to realize it, or are you going to basically throw everything away? Are you just going to abandon your purpose, your right, and your bloodline? Or are you going to pick your children? Are you going to have that brand new beginning? Are you going to have that brand new healing that's much, much needed? You know, because if you move towards your family, then this is what's coming in. God will bless you. There will be lots of blessings if you move towards your family. But if you choose not to move towards your family and you make harsh, rash decisions, and you try to find a happy family somewhere else with someone else, and have a false new beginning with someone else, then God is going to take away your opportunity to work. God is going to take away every opportunity that you have in life to work or make money or make something of yourself. There will be no blessings, and all the people that you will be coming across and running into will be Seven of Swords. Sneaky, lying, cheating, deceitful. Yes, and these will all be karmic soulmates that will be put into your life and on your path, because karmic completions are needing to happen at this time. So then your children and your children's children don't have to live in the same energy that you did your entire life growing up. That was also for the cross watcher. There's enlightenment happening. There's healing that's taking place. Stay optimistic, because dreams and wishes can come true. Blessings can happen. You know, miracles, they do take place. Miracles happen not just in the biblical times, but they happen in this time too. So stay positive and optimistic, and go within and do the healing that is required, so it breaks these karmic chains in this lineage of always abandonment, always walking away, always feeling like you're never enough. Know that you are enough. Know that you are a good parent. Know that you have it in you to be everything that your parents weren't. And don't walk away. Know the red flags to look for, 5 of Swords. Learn the red flags from your parents and stand in your power like you wanted them to. God is here for you, and God is always giving you strength, guidance, and will. Don't ever give up, because you hold the world in your hands, and you are the next generation. You know, I'm hearing that song by Lauren Daigle. You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear you whisper you have nothing left. So I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. Is true. I will rescue you. Yes, that is right. You will be rescued. You will have this wish fulfillment. And it will be okay. I keep forgetting it's this way. Yes, you have a whole angelic army that is behind you. Okay? Know that you are not hidden. And that, you know, your innocence was stolen. But we can't live in an energy of victimized or victimhood, okay? We can't do that. We have to rise above that because we are not victims. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Remember, collective, what you think about, you bring about. What you feel becomes real, okay? And it's going to be all right. I want everybody to get your Bibles out, or, you know, and just start praying. Pray at night. Ask God for guidance and healing on the situation. And as a mother that has abandoned a child, or a father that has abandoned a child, I would highly recommend for you guys to make the effort and go above and beyond and pray. And, you know, keep your head straight and stay focused, because it's never too late. Even though, you know, they might not want to accept your apology at this time, because, you know, they're still hurt from the abandonment and the trauma that was caused. It's never too late. And never give up. Those are your babies. They didn't ask to be here. They were given to you as blessings. So, you know, don't ever give up. And I will be lighting a candle and saying a prayer for all of you tonight that are suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder or abandonment issues. And also, if you guys ever need anybody to talk to, please hit me up. You could follow me on Facebook under Gypsy Healer. Okay, always write me. I'm always willing to talk. Also, let's try to break this karmic lineage and this karmic cycle now, so then we don't pass it on to our children. Okay, and let's be the best parents that we can be, that we know we can be. Okay, be, like I said, be the parent that you never had, and that goes all around. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and listening to this message today. This was a very deep subject, and I know that's going to hit home with a lot of you. So just know God loves you, and he's always listening, and he wants to see you happy and healed. He wants to see you having a reunion with your children and your family. And if you have faith, just a mustard seed of faith, that's all it takes. So stay positive, and let's show that devil who's boss, you know, because the devil's the only one that's getting off on these abandonment issues and these, you know, all these addictions or this lack of wisdom and guidance. So let's prove him wrong. And I'm going to go with a closing prayer. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we are humbly grateful that you have brought us together today to hear this message of this knowledge and wisdom in which we needed to hear. We are humbly grateful for all the blessings in which you bestow upon us each and every day, Father, and that you would open our eyes to seeing the true path in which you laid out for us, our divine purpose, our divine path, and help these families heal and help them have a reunion and be together and heal all of the past childhood trauma issues on all sides of this matter. And I say these things in your blessed name, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, thanks guys. I leave you in lots of love and light. Take care.